Joining me now in studio, Laura DeMattia. She is the director of the Bellingham Senior Center, and the Bellingham Senior Center and the Office for the Council on Aging in Bellingham are our WMRC and Asphalt Engineering Hometown Hope Initiative September recipients. Hello, Laura. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you, Ray.
Good. Let's, off the air, we were talking about how things are run in Bellingham. So talk about the Bellingham Senior Center and the Office for the Council on Aging and how they work together.
All right. Well, the Bellingham Senior Center has been in its current location since 2001. We actually had our grand opening in 2002. So it's wonderful that we have a beautiful facility in Bellingham for our seniors. The Council on Aging is that group. We actually have a 7-person Council on Aging, and they're the people that are appointed by our selectmen to serve on that board. It's like an executive board for the Council on Aging, and they work with me to provide services and programs for seniors in Bellingham. They're our eyes and ears. Let us know what seniors in town are looking for, what they'd like to have, what we can do for them.
So before 2002, I would imagine there was a Council on Aging, and they just didn't have a house to work from, so to speak.
What happened was the Council on Aging in Bellingham has been around since the early 70s. And for many years, our meetings, our events were held in a building that is still the substation of our fire department. And it was a one-room building, and we just outgrew it. And over time, the seniors in town and eventually, the whole community supported us having our own space.
All right, and talk about the Bellingham Senior Center and what you offer for the community.
All right, well, the Senior Center is like a focal point. If someone in town, and you'd have to ask, well, who are the members? It's anyone that lives in town that's at least 60 or older. So for Bellingham, and we are a smaller community, the 2010 census, that showed that we had 2,841 members.
Wow.
That was in 2010. I would say we've added another 1,000.
Wow.
To that.
So how many would you see on a daily basis, in and out, or a weekly basis out of that? What would you say, like over 3,000 in the community?
Yeah, that's a good question. Now, it depends, because our membership runs from 60 to over 100 years old. Our members.
Wow.
The range is, and that's true in Milford and all of the other surrounding communities. We have a tremendous range of membership. So the younger seniors, like myself.
I was going to say, there's kids and adults,
right,
depending on your age
exactly.
group. That's great.
And it makes it fun. It makes it challenging. The needs are different for the different groups. And sometimes it's challenging to get those groups together and, in a harmonious way. But for us, anyway, in Bellingham, we see a lot of people that are even younger. They're young retired, or when the economy was really bad, they were without a job. And they were still in need of services. And so I think most senior centers now, they look at serving the whole community. And what we do is we gear our programs for our members, those people that are 60 and up. And oftentimes, the people that are between 60 and maybe 70, a lot of them are still working, either full-time or part-time. Many of them, even if they're not working, they are very committed to helping their family. A lot of grandparents, even great-grandparents, are helping with, the bringing up of the children or the grandchildren or great-grandchildren in the family, and have commitments to organizations like their church and other, charitable causes in their community. So they're very busy, those younger seniors. And then the people that are a little older, they may have more time to focus on things that they'd like to do, things that they didn't have time to do when they were working and bringing up their families. And so we try and put programs into place for them, things that they're interested in doing. And there's the social services part of it. Like most senior centers in this area, we're the intake site for all ages, for fuel assistance,
Okay.
for discounts on utilities, for food stamps, for things like, referrals, information and referral, especially for people that are younger but are the caregivers for seniors in their family for the most part. So we try and offer some of everything.
I would imagine there's a big social side to this, just people that want to connect
There
with
is.
other people.
There is. I always say there are two main categories. There are seniors that have a passion, that are interested in particular hobbies or activities. Let's say art, or maybe it's fitness. They might be big yoga enthusiasts, or they might like line dancing. Those seniors come to the Bellingham Senior Center on the days when we offer those programs. But they are visiting other senior centers in the area that provide those activities on a different day. Whether
Okay.
it's playing chess, whether it's playing an instrument, they'll go where there's something being offered that feeds their passion.
So the Bellingham Senior Center is open to residents of other towns?
Oh, sure.
Anybody can come in?
Sure. It's kind of like a library. I mean, we're here for our members. That's
Sure.
what we do. But for instance, we have many seniors that downsize when they retired. And they may have moved out of town. Maybe they moved in with family, but their family was living in Franklin or Milford. But their friends, their roots, a lot of what they feel comfortable doing might be still in, the community where they were bringing up their family. And so they still feel like they are part of the community. So
Well-
we're not going to reject them.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
What are some of the ongoing programs on a monthly basis or weekly basis that you can find at the Bellingham Senior Center?
All right. Like a lot of the senior centers in the area, for the most part, we're open during the week, Monday through Friday. Now, we are not regularly open on Saturday or Sunday, although we occasionally have special programs on those days. Some senior centers are open every day. As far as the programming goes, it's driven by what seniors want to do. And right now, there seems to be a trend for health and wellness. And so you see a lot of exercise programs that are geared towards maintaining your health, good health. And so we'll have programs every day for exercise, including basic exercise. We have a walking club, like a lot of senior centers, activities that include music. We have motion to music. We do yoga lattes. We do Zumba, which is more vigorous, Latin beat. And just about any other fitness class that you can imagine. Tai Chi, Qigong. We do activities that are geared around social connections, things like it could be cards, could be mahjong, it could be bridge, it could be poker, you name it. If a senior, and this is true for just about any senior center, if a senior would like to have an activity and it doesn't currently exist at their senior center, I suggest to people they should request it.
Your door is always open.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we've had people come in, we've had one senior come in and say, gee, I'm really interested in this or that, but I don't see that you do that. If you had that, I would come. And we've had that with our canasta group, for instance. One person said, "Gee, I used to play canasta. None of my friends are here. I'm kind of rusty at it. Do you think anybody would want to play?" Now we have about 20 people that show up once a week.
Yeah.
At the Bellingham Senior Center, and they play canasta for all afternoon. I know some of them are going to other senior centers on different days when they offer that activity, and that's not uncommon.
What are some of the programs that you as the director are most proud of at the Bellingham Senior Center?
Ooh, that's hard. Well, one of our more recent programs is the chore services program. I don't know how many people are familiar with that, but what happens is what we've seen is in the community a need for keeping up their homes. People will say, "I'm just not up to doing a lot of the things in the house that I used to do."
That's all ages. I don't feel like doing that myself.
Or maybe the family is saying, "Mom, don't get up on a ladder," or "Dad, we don't want you to be doing this or that." And so what we've done is we've hired a handyman. Now, he is a town employee. However, the funding for his program comes from a grant to pay his salary.
Okay.
And what we do is we offer his services on a sliding scale. If someone is very low income, they can have the work done for free. We ask a donation, and for people that can afford it, if there are materials involved, like let's say batteries or light bulbs or a grab bar or a railing, whatever it is, screens or door switches or whatever it is, if they can afford it, then they buy the materials, and of course we're covering the cost of the labor.
Okay.
So that's a wonderful program. We have right now our handyman is very busy taking out the window units, AC units that won't be used until next summer.
That's a great program.
It is.
What a great service.
Yeah, I'm very proud of that program, and it does exist elsewhere. We're not unique to that, but we have it up and running, and it's very successful. And the donations help extend the service for those people that really cannot afford to cover the cost of even the material. So I'm very proud of that program. Another one that does come to mind, and which is not uncommon in Massachusetts, is the tax work-off program. Are you familiar with that?
I'm not, no.
Very proud of this. In Massachusetts, at the state level, they passed a law that would offer a break to seniors on their property tax. Now, I think most people understand, especially for a few years there, the school-age population, which is now decreasing, was booming. And property taxes go up every year. And I think towns were seeing the value of their older residents staying in their homes, which they, in a majority, prefer to do. So they would offer the senior a break by earning that in Bellingham right now, it's up to $1,000 off of their property tax a year.
Wow. That's amazing.
Well, in Bellingham, in Massachusetts, we have 351 communities, all sizes. In Massachusetts right now, there are probably about 150 that offer the property tax program.
Okay.
So there is a lot of discretion for a town to offer the program. If they do, that benefit is tax exempt by the state. It's still taxable by the federal government. We've asked them to reconsider and to also make that exempt at the federal level. That hasn't happened yet. But it's still a wonderful program. We have about 145 people in Bellingham that are currently doing that program.
Wow.
And what they do is they provide, in Bellingham, up to 125 hours of service for the town. So they work for a town department. It's not meant to replace a regular worker. 125 hours, if you've worked full time, doesn't take a lot of time to get that done.
Sure.
But some of the jobs might be an hour and a half a week. Some of the jobs might be 7 or 8 hours a day. And so depending on the job, what we've found is the town has been very supportive. They feel not only good about being able to give seniors a break, which they're earning, but they feel as if they're getting back more value than what they're actually spending for the program. And the program is funded by the town.
Wow.
So they have found it really so beneficial that they have actually extended the program to younger veterans. So we have had a couple of younger veterans who live in town, own property, and live in that property and pay that property tax that have also used the program. So it's a wonderful program. It gives, a very well-deserved break to the people that do the program, and they earn it. And I have to say, it may be, as a side benefit, it gives people that participate in the program a better sense of what their town does and what they offer. And it gives them a peek, kind of like, of the other side.
Sure.
So I think for some of them, they really appreciate this, their town even more.
Yeah. 2 great programs right there offered at the Bellingham Senior Center. And how can people get in touch with you if they want to maybe take a tour or sign up for a membership?
Right. Well, that's a good question. They can call our main number. We just have a new upgraded phone system, but our main number is still available, so people can call 508-966-0398.
Okay.
All of our front desk staff, the receptionist, our transportation coordinator, our office manager, our outreach people, they're all trained to give tours. We do them quite often. And we welcome people to come in.
Great. Laura, thank you very much for your time.
You're very welcome. It was nice to meet you, Ray.
And you too. Thank you. For more on the WMRC and Asphalt Engineering Hometown Hope Initiative and the Bellingham Senior Center, visit our Hometown Hope Initiative page at WMRCDailyNews.com.